What's up, goers of the interwebs? Cthulhu the Dark One back with this week's review, and boy, I'm gonna nerd out on this one. I'm gonna warn you guys. We have the Lego DC Universe Superheroes Joker Build-A-Figure set, and I swear, $15 of my money has never been better spent. I absolutely love this thing. Um, I'm a fan of the character anyway, and I was like, that looks cool. Looking at the box, which actually I have right here, I'll show you. And I built it, and this came out, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm just nerding out over it. There's this box. As I mentioned, DC Superheroes. I don't know if there's some other subsequent title for the line, like Mechs or anything like that. On the Lego site, it's just under uh, buildable figures. So I got the Joker, his name down there. Picture of the product, nothing too out of the ordinary. Shows the other in the line that you could combine him with the Green Lantern, a la Hero Factory, which actually is kind of what this is. It's kind of like a Joker Hero Factory, which I had a whole week way back when of Hero Factory stuff, and I love them, and I love this thing. I just really do. The colors, how it came together, the overall look, it's just, oi, me likey. But just it's one of those things. Like the purple is just it's Joker purple. Like all the colors work really well. It builds a pretty tall figure actually. As you can see, there he is next to a can of Coke. And just for reference, I have an old Hero Factory hanging around. It's actually a little bit taller than a standard Hero Factory, but they do share a lot of the same parts. The main thing is you'll notice that little light gray piece right there at his hip. That gives him a little bit extra height. The general leg joints, especially the lower one, are just a little bit bigger. Same with the arms. But other than that, the T for the T frame inside for the chest, the hands are the exact same size. The feet are the exact same piece. And he doesn't have his armor plating on it, but all the armor plating are the same sizing as from Hero Factory. So that's pretty cool. So if you didn't see my Hero Factory reviews, I can check them out. They're on the channel. They were a little while back now. They were the 3.0 Animal Theme series. And now the Breakout series have started to come out, and I actually found one of those. But that's for another video. So here we have the Clown Prince of Crime in Lego form. And like I said, just wow. I just really like the way this thing came out. I love his little like coattails sort of thing, and these are independently posable. There's a joint right here. Like the posability on these things, like little Hero Factories are like $8. These are 15, like I said, which I don't mind. It's a little bit pricier, but like a licensed thing. The head is just, I love the paint and the sculpt on that head. It's gonna wipe me out on it, but it's got just enough red on the lips there, and the paint for the eyes. There we go. Try to balance out the light so you can see it a little better. Interesting about the head, most of the joints are the typical Hero Factory snap-on pressure ball joints. And the head is too, don't get me wrong. But interesting enough with that, you can see, instead of just a normal assembly, like it would be, you can see it in there. There's actually a little silver screw in there holding it together, which I thought was pretty weird. So, DC spared no expense, industrially put together Legos there. You can kind of see it right in the middle. There it is, hint of silver. Another kind of possible gripe. I don't know. Of course, I buy most of my stuff because I like it and I display it. The hair, like the face is pretty hard plastic. Just as hard as anything on the figure. The hair is, I don't want to mess with it too much, but you can see it has a little bit of give to it. just a little bit softer grade plastic. And I don't really see, like, if you got a kid really playing with this thing and he throws it in a toy box, I could see the hair getting messed up, and that would be a shame. I mean, just great molding everywhere. I love this thing. Like, I can admit, at 30 years old, this is the first toy in a good little while that I've actually played with a little bit. But, you know, just, he's got shoulder, all the way around ball joint, elbow, full wrist. No really, you know, spin side to side waist to speak of, but that's typical with these. Even his little bow tie swings in and out. These shoulder pads, I guess, are plating. They're movable, so you can pose them accordingly. Comes with his Tommy gun of sorts, which is pretty cool. I really like that. And the fact that it actually looks like a little gun barrel there with the holes in it. Of course, hip, same joint, knee, and full ankle. I mean, just really poseable. They hold a pose. As long as you could, you know, balance it, it's going to hold its pose. You know, for some stop motion or something, this would be... Which, I don't... It would be great. But, you know, this little gray piece, when I was assembling it, normally with Hero Factory, this would just snap on the hip. But these come with, like, an extra little joint piece. I don't know if it's to just give them a slight color differentiate, you know, like a little bit different color in there, or what, but it does make it just a ounce taller, other than the legs and arms being generally longer anyway. But just the colors, the paint, yeah, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Like I said, I got it from my local game store, who happens to be a Lego retailer. So I actually didn't really pay anything out of pocket because I traded in some old games. But I would have gladly thrown down $15 for this. Very much, if you like Legos, and who doesn't? If you like comics, who doesn't? They have Joker, Batman, and Green Lantern so far. Of course, I bought Joker being a fan, and I bought Batman. And they are both just awesome, awesome figures. Easy to build. Definitely don't need to be a Lego super genius to build them. And you end up with like about 6-7 inch super posable figure that just looks awesome. Like, I really like the way this guy looks on my shelf. Like, I buy pretty much all of my stuff to display, and this guy I actually moved some stuff around so I could have him in the center, or center-ish, of where I display my stuff. But anyway, just really awesome buildable figure from Lego. They've really stepped up their game as of late. I remember making crappy blocky cars when I was a kid. Not that that wasn't cool, but, you know, they really kind of become their own toy identity sort of thing. So there you have it. The, I guess, review or praise of. There's really nothing to criticize about it. Other than, you know, like the sort of or potential hazard of the hair and stuff like that. Something else you might want to keep an eye out for. Speaking of things to criticize, his little tie here. If you don't know, Legos are very, like, it's probably one of the most mass-produced at one time things. Has a little bit of paint misfortune there, which is here and there. It's luck of the draw. There's no way to tell inside the box. Luckily, the other side was clean. So, but worst comes to worst, if you get one of these and this is just god-awful, it doesn't look bad without it. So, and of course, this is a per instruction build. If you really wanted, you could, you know, move the panels around. Like, you could have the purple up here and nothing but gray down here and stuff like that. But I really like the design. I really like how the colors, the little coattails just tie it in. Like, they're pretty much completely unnecessary, but just to make him look just that much a little bit cooler, like he is in his suit, they added those. And yeah, so Lego DC Superheroes Joker build a figure. Go check them out. They're not too expensive, really collectible, and we'll see you next time.